Sorry, guys, 1 second. I am just making sure that everything will go good for this stream. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited, guys. I get to show you the game I have been obsessed with. Ah, shit. So this will probably crash several times while I'm live, which is okay. Is it finally working? It's crashing a little bit. Give me 1 second. Hi, guys. Ooh, is it not working? Give me 1 second. Dowan is never perfect, but should be live right now. Let me see. Can I hear my music? Welcome in, guys. I'm alive. Look alive, guys. Look alive, because guess who's here to play her favorite game? And this has been my favorite game for, oh my god. Hi, Caleb.
I heard you loud and clear when you said, "Caleb, I summon thee."
Oh, Caleb. So this is going to be really fun. I'm very, very, very excited for this. I've been waiting for this game to come out. For this type of game to come out for so long, ever since I first heard of it. Welcome in, Scalpy! Welcome in, welcome in. I want to show you guys the Caleb myth because I finally got my mobile thing to work. Me and the boys. For all of those who have seen the material online about Love in Deep Space, I know it has a very interesting reputation. But I want to clear the air a little bit about Love in Deep Space because I am here mostly for the storytelling and not 100% the Gunnar content, although that is very nice as well. But I was going to play through Caleb's myth. The myth story is the companion myth. Oh, shit. Sorry, this is constantly turning on and off. Okay, should be... Okay, we're back. We're back. We're back. Hopefully it doesn't keep doing that while I'm playing. But I am very excited because I want to show you guys my account. This is my personal account that you're seeing right now. I have been playing... Oh shit, again, it is crashing. This sucks that I can't play it properly. Let's hope that it's playing properly again. Okay, I'm gonna pray that this stream goes well while I play this live. But yeah, I've been playing, I'm a day one player. I've been playing for over a year. As you can see, you're gonna be able to see. Wait, let me show you guys. Oh my god. Oh, thank you! Thank you, Lily! Thank you, Lily Pad, for the follow. Welcome in, welcome in. By the way, Lily Pad is one of my best friends, IRL. She also plays. Thank you for lurking. But yeah, definitely a day one player. Huge fan. You can see by the number of cards that I have. I have a lot of ranked cards. So I main 3 people. I main Xavier, I main Silas, and I main Caleb. So, but Xavier is my favorite. Right now, Caleb is the newest myth that has been released, the newest love interest. And his newest myth came out, his new companion. And I definitely wanted to play through it on stream and give you guys a react to it. It might not be my usual content because I haven't really posted any of my Love in Deep Space stuff, even though I've been a huge fan for over a year. I think it's hard to talk about sometimes, but it's nice to see when I meet other girls who really love this game as much as I do. So let's talk about it. Caleb So this is Caleb, and he's not necessarily my type 100%, but I love his storyline. And so I'm very excited to play through his storyline. I'm gonna change his. This game. Oh my goodness. I'll show you guys the event currently going on.
Escape. And I meant it.
The new event is really nice. And the visuals for this companion is so nice. It is so sick. It is so sick. I want to actually show you guys if I can show you guys the gameplay a little bit. Let's see if we can play with the gameplay right now. Because his new companion is so nice. I know, it is so pretty. It is so pretty. Okay, we are going to play it on stream. I'm gonna see if I can show you guys the companion gameplay. Let's see if this works. Oh no, did it crash? No. I think Douyin crashed again. Or it can't handle it. Let me see. Why can't it handle it? Oh no, I don't think you can handle the combat. You guys, let me quit the combat. Oh no. Okay, this is a good test. It can't handle the combat. What the hell, Doan? I paid so that you could play for this. The game is super laggy. That's crazy. All right, I guess no companion play for this one. Jeez. Doan died. Let me see if I can restart Doan. Doan killed itself. I guess I don't think I can capture the combat play while it's live. That's crazy. All right. Let's see. Is it alive on my screen? Woo. I don't think we can do the combat. Lilypad, I don't think we can do the combat to show people, but that's okay. That's okay. So I want to complete some of my missions today because I haven't really been going through the cards. I have a lot of cards I haven't gone through for all of the love interest, just because I think it's a little too overstimulating, depending on it. But we will get started on the new companion myth. I played the first myth that's available in the permapool. The permapool is the Caleb Farspace Bloomfall and Farspace Deprivation. I actually had his companion from the very first day, and I got all the shards that you need, because you need to upgrade to get all the shards so that you can play through the story. So I think we should start with it. Shall we go? Shall we just get into it? Let me adjust this screen and pray that nothing crashes on me while I watch through it. But I'm very excited! I'm ready to cry, and I'm ready to be angsty. Lilypad was telling me all about it. I'm so excited. Probably this is gonna take about 1 hour, guys. All right, let's go. Immortality once brought lasting prosperity to Phylos, and yet even it couldn't prevent the stagnation born from unchecked desires. When time ceased to be a limitation, the Phylos civilization was unable to escape its inevitable decay. Interesting. With the exception of the capital and its surrounding regions, which still clung to their luxurious lifestyles, most of the land had fallen into ruin. Remnants of advanced technology lay scattered across the planet, but a majority no longer worked, or they were simply forgotten. Philosians, is that how you pronounce it? Longed for their former glory, but they had to accept the bitter reality of societal and technological decline. The ruling elite in the Central District maintained their authority via strict surveillance, but beyond that illusion of grandeur laid something far worse. The more you traveled across the planet, the more you saw an empire in decline and the sign of an unavoidable demise. Strife raged tirelessly across the land, and the regime could only cling to life by relying on devastating weapons. Among the rebel leaders, a piece of intel circulated between them. The secret weapon that had crushed countless uprisings was a modified combat android designated as A01. From the fall of the Philisian civilization, preface. Interesting.
We have lost control of X-02. Requesting emergency response protocols to be activated immediately.
There you are. Can you hear me?
No. Actually, yes.
I'll wake you up. We're going to get out of here.
This sounds like a young Caleb. It's probably a young Caleb. Real-time data of my vital signs flicker across the transparent glass of the experimental pod. Ooh, so it was Caleb! He's wearing a powered exoskeleton, just like me, touching my cheek across the barrier.
We finally meet, A01.
So we're A01.
I'm X02. There's been a security breach, and the laboratory's control system was hacked. We can only run away while they're trying to fix it.
Wow. And extends his hand towards me.
Let's run away, A01.
Wow, so young Caleb just comes in and tells us to run away. Interesting. I'm A01, a secret weapon created by the government. My body was modified and encased in a powered exoskeleton. My consciousness can be controlled as needed. People fear me, avoid me, and alter my configurations. Oh, interesting. Why would someone reach out to me? Without thinking, I take his hand, pull out the tubes connected to my body, and step out of the experimental pod. The boy leads me through labyrinth corridors, and we dodge patrol robots at every turn. I wonder how far from the future we are in the current timeline, if this has happened. No, but we're young in this one. So we are probably in an alternate, a parallel timeline to this one. So one of the most interesting aspects about the game, because it takes place in a sci-fi fantasy drama style, the existence of parallel existence and lives, this must be one of them. Interesting, because this is a young Caleb. Othan Laboratory is entirely underground. The boy leads me through a hidden passageway and remains silent. Maybe it's to avoid being detected. Only the sound of our footsteps fill the dark, empty tunnel. I think that's what really is cool about this game, is that you can never pinpoint exactly what life we're in. Because they all kind of converge, right? And because they all melt into one, into how we're all intertwined with each of these love interests. That is what makes me really interested in Love and Deep Space. I really love how well they tie everything together. I think the storyline is really, really good. The sky floats between night and day in the gloomy darkness. The wasteland stretches endlessly before us. There's no telling how long it will take to traverse.
I'm sorry. I didn't expect the tunnel to lead us here.
He's so cute here. The temperature outside is significantly warmer than the labs. My body registers the heat.
Is it too hot for you? It's currently summer.
Wow, he's so considerate right now.
The laboratory always felt the same, but it's different outside. The sweltering heat, the sweat, and the thriving trees. This is the summer I know.
Wow. The long grass grazes my calves as the warm night breeze sweeps across the field. The vivid sensation is foreign to me. We keep moving despite knowing we could be caught at any moment. I feel strangely at ease.
Everything outside the laboratory is new.
Is it actually?
I'll take you to any place you want to visit. I guess you've only ever been sent to battlefields. You must hate areas like that. I've been sent to one of those battlefields too. It was a desert, and the war lasted a month.
How has he managed to develop his personality like this? If we're both weapons, we're so different. Hi, Izzy. Welcome in. Welcome in. We're playing Love and Deep Space, Caleb Myth. I'm so excited.
Some soldiers would search for fresh fruit during their breaks. There's this fruit that comes from a tree called Silverglow, and it glows with a silvery white light. Even its seed shines.
Wow, that's so interesting. I'm doing good, Izzy. I'm very excited to play through this storyline. Oh my goodness. I'm sure there's so much mystery waiting to be unfolded and a lot of angst. So I'm here for the angst and the heartbreak. How are you? The cold black metal traces my palm and leaves behind a seed that emanates a soft silvery white glow. Oh, interesting.
I kept one as a keepsake.
Oh, he's so cute, young Caleb. When does he become twisted? How did he become his twisted self? I pick up the tiny seed and observe its soft light flicker through its patterns. Taste? Can we taste?
Do you want to know how it tastes?
We can't taste anything?
If you want to try it, we'll find those Silverglow fruits.
Oh, because he gave us the seed, not the fruit. I didn't realize it.
Now you have a place you want to visit.
He's so strangely hopeful. Kind of opposite of his adult self, actually. I pause and turn to look at him, but his holographic visor hides his expression. Why do you want me to have a place I want to visit?
Because then I'll have somewhere I want to go too.
At this point, I wonder... He's new to us, right? In this story. This is our first quote-unquote meeting that he's interacting with us. And he's already saying, then I'll have somewhere I want to go. That's very interesting. So how long has he known about us? Or is it because we have amnesia all the time and we can't remember jack shit? Spoilers alert. I don't understand.
It's because I'm your friend.
I'm doing great. Just started working on a drawing. Woo! You'll have to show me later. It's not his first visit. Oh, I see. I figured. His voice is clear and certain.
My job is to take you to the places you want to visit.
He's a brother through and through. As if reflecting the brightness in his voice, a golden ray of sunlight ignites the pale colored horizon. A tender gold-red glow spreads from the edge of the sky. It becomes more vibrant with each passing moment. Sunlight pierces through the morning mist and illuminates the dewdrops on the grass. A dawn unlike what I've seen before arrives. I can't help but stop and look at the sky. Summer, daybreak. You know, this always makes me think. Every time I see the sunlight or summer or the sun, when it comes to Caleb, I think he's a sun god. Some sort.
Is this the first time you've seen it?
Welcome in, Rain. Welcome in. How are you guys? He is a brother through and through. I also wish they didn't take the English version away for that. Oh, we need that angst. It makes it much more, what's the word? A more morally ambiguous. And I like that stance a little bit more because it makes one think harder. Even if it's not socially acceptable. But you can tell how angsty it adds to the relationship that they have. I don't remember. They erased my memories once I returned to the lab. Oh, geez. Okay. My gaze returns to his face.
Once we're out of this wasteland, it'll be more difficult for them to find us. And the system can only erase memories it knows about. What we see now is ours alone.
Wow,
a secret between us.
What an interesting mechanic. It only erases memories it knows about. So how does it know what it knows about? After thinking for a moment, I point at him. Calming, encouraging, bright. Caleb. Wow, it's like she instinctually knew. Is that why he's shocked? Secret.
Is that a code? It sounds like a name.
Oh. Is this the first time we name him? Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Thank you. XO2, Caleb. He leans down and gently pats my head with his armored hand.
Can I use it as my name?
Oh wow, we name him. Caleb. His voice is lively and gentle. This game is gonna be so angsty. I can't wait until we get to the later chapters. I'm already in for a heartbreak because if we're starting young in this myth, it looks like we're like early teens, right? Oh boy. No, that means how supposedly, okay, quote unquote, supposedly. Oh, thank you for the stretch. Thank you for the posture check. Okay, if Caleb looks this young, because in the game he's like in his like early 20s, right? If he looks this young, and there's an age gap between the main character and the love interest, a couple years, so we must be pretty young in this one right now. He's a little bit older than us.
Of course. I won't let you forget. From now on, we can experience this together every year. And Caleb will be someone you see every day.
Wow, he's very devoted. He extends his pinky finger towards me. Perplexed, I looked at him. You know, this just gave me... Who came up with the pinky finger promises? Who came up with that?
Hold out your finger, like this.
Okay, I'm holding it. I'm holding it. I'm holding it. I have 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 it. Our armored pinky fingers hooked together.
Now we've made a promise. We'll stay together every day and never be apart.
I wonder if childhood romances ever actually end up like this. It's such a sweet storytelling mechanic, but how often does that actually happen IRL? That kind of makes me sad thinking about that. Ooh.
Test subjects have been located. Activating capture protocols. Use any means necessary.
Ooh. We're in trouble, guys. We're in trouble. Trouble in paradise. Our promise barely began before it was broken in the cruelest way possible. I can hardly recall how I was captured. My mind is a blur of laser fire and soldiers collapsing under my floating blades. Are we fighting back? Wait, that's crazy. The place where I had first tasted freedom turned into that familiar battlefield in an instant. Oh gosh. The boy protects me from a lethal laser blast. He falls in front of me. Caleb, no!
Get out of here. Run.
Oh my god, no! I stab my floating blades into the soldiers and ignore the wounds I continue to get. My vision blurs through the haze. I see his body dragged away by robots. Caleb! A dull thud resounds as a laser pierces my powered exoskeleton. I fall onto the blood-soaked grass, and the sky turns into a blinding blood red. Amid the sea of blood, a faint silver light flickers before my eyes. The silver glow fruit? I don't know when the glimmering seed fell, but it now rests beside my right hand. With the last of my strength, I struggle to wrap my fingers around it. This is the last image I remember before losing consciousness.
2 test subjects have been apprehended, commencing full examination followed by solitary confinement.
What? I have a prediction. Since we were clutching the seed...
Commencing comprehensive examination of the test subject.
Well, since we were clutching the seed and we were laying there, I wonder if it goes into the ground and later sprouts into a silver glowed tree and we see it again afterwards. That's what I think. That's what I think. Foreshadowing. The loathsome familiar voice invades my ears, but my mind remains foggy.
A01. Energy signature. Destructio. Preliminary assessment complete. Bodily impairment at 91%. Comprehensive modification and repairs required. Initiating the memory extraction protocol is recommended. X02. Energy signature. Construo.
So we're Destructio, and Caleb is in Construo.
Preliminary assessment complete. Bodily impairment at 78%. Prioritizing the extraction of its energy for A01's repairs is recommended.
Are we taking something from Caleb?
Activating memory extraction protocol for A01. Keywords are as follows. X02. Friend.
My subconscious is plunged into chaos as a boy's face keeps appearing in my mind. The scent of wild grass in summer and how plants touched my skin, the silver fruit seed, the sunrise. Oh no. Are we losing the memory of that time? Welcome in. It's Asura 5 boyfriends. Yes. It's the game that all the girls are talking about. I'm finally down to play. In the CN version, instead of friend, it's Gaga. Of course, it's Gaga. Our brother. A daybreak unlike any other, one that will never fade from my memory. Well, does it never fade, actually? Caleb.
Memory extraction complete. We will now proceed to modify and repair A01.
I used that one day to remember someone who didn't have a name. My memories are once again consumed by the lab and battlefields. My body undergoes more modifications, stricter control mechanisms are imposed on my body and mind. I'm sent out to fight, I kill, get wounded, black out, and wake up fully repaired. Then I'm sent out to fight, I kill, get wounded, black out, and wake up fully repaired. I'm sent out to fight, I kill, get wounded, black out, and wake up fully repaired. What? I never get another chance to escape from the lab. So Caleb escaped. I wonder how Caleb managed to escape. But deep within my consciousness, I repeat that one name over and over again. Caleb. Wow, and that was the first chapter? Oh, interesting. We don't know what year it is. Because I'm pretty sure the current game takes place in like 2030 something, maybe? I forget. 2036? Or is it 2048 at this point? Oh, what year are we in the main timeline? Determine the nature and interrelation of AO1's and XO2's powers. Observe their behaviors and responses after various environments and stimuli. Assess the planetary impact of their powers. Ooh. We must be very strong. The various stimuli? Yeah! Because right now, MC has destruction powers. We're both fighting robots in this current timeline that we're living through right now. Because the reason why I'm so drawn to this story is we want to know the background of each love interest and what they're trying to save and what they're trying to figure out, right, when it comes to the main character. Like, what's her powers? What's their powers? How they relate to the story? What's their goal? Because every love interest in the story has like a different goal. And they have their own sad story, backstory. Of course, they all have their own sad backstories. And we're wondering what each love interest is trying to do. So I'm really wondering what Caleb is trying to do. As usual, I'm confined to the experimental pod. My mind is hazy. I can still see and hear. I mean, in the main storyline, MC is constantly being experimented on because she's basically an immortal. And they want to figure out how to use MC so that everyone can be immortal. And one aspect of of when we die and rebirth is we forget everything. I just returned from the battlefield. Fragments of violent images still flash between my thoughts. So there is a common theme in this story, and that is the amnesia, and the nature of MC to be forgetful. She forgets a lot. It's a recurrent theme. Very much so. I try to find my one solace amid my chaotic memories. Whenever I think of the name Caleb, I get a moment's respite in this endless loop. She forgets. Yeah, she forgets. That's common so far, is that she forgets. But you know what's so interesting? And that's what makes each love interest in this story extremely interesting. They each react differently to how much she forgets. And that's what makes each of them very lovable, because they have a very different response to the way that MC is when she forgets. You sure MC is not named Big C? What? What is that referring to? However, the memories tied to that name are shrouded in fog. So we do forget the events of that memory. Interesting. Oh. The silence in the laboratory is shattered. Violent tremors bring the seemingly sturdy walls crashing down. Oh, it's 10 years later. Is Caleb coming to save us right now? But welcome in, Zol. Welcome in, Zol. Dude, how did Caleb bulk up so quickly in 10 years? A tall figure wearing a powered exoskeleton approaches. A mix of familiarity and strangeness grips me upon seeing that black armor. Dude bulked up so fast in 10 years. He reaches out and touches my cheek against the transparent barrier of the experimental pod.
Do you recognize me, A01?
Dude, his voice dropped, finally.
I'll wake you up.
I feel his fingers touch the crystal switch at my throat. He taps a few times on the holographic panel that appears. It's as if a fog is lifted. My senses return to my body. Oh, interesting. I didn't know about that. So, okay. Zol, I'm so glad that you brought that up, and I'm probably going to look it up later. So what I love about this game too is there's a lot of inspiration from like stories and history and culture, and they're using that to formulate the world, right? Like they're talking about Lemuria, which is like a myth about an underground kingdom in the sea, right, where mermaids swim. Right, they're looking for an ancient city called Lemuria that exists, and they use that as part of the storytelling, and I really like that about this story. So if you say something like that, maybe they use it as inspiration for the story, and that's why I like it. Like my favorite character, the inspiration for him, part of it is from The Little Prince. So I'm always looking for, what could they have possibly drawn inspiration from? I'm very curious what they drew inspiration from for this myth, because I have no clue. I wouldn't know where to begin with this, so I have to see. My lips tremble as I look at the man before me. I search through my memories, but only one name surfaces, so we do remember. Caleb?
That's me.
Don't wear it out.
The rebels have attacked the Central District. They're looking for you, A01. The lab systems have been destroyed. We can use this chance to escape.
I don't know who you are. I only know your name. How did Caleb manage to remember so much?
I'm Caleb, your friend.
A friend?
All you need to know is that this isn't our first time escaping.
There's a strange familiarity in his voice, which stirs my fragmented memories. I know he is our Goga! Goga, no! I remember escaping with Caleb before. He's taken aback, then he extends his hand towards me.
I promise, this will be our last escape.
I sure hope so.
The test subject has escaped. Requesting interception immediately.
The laboratory, oh my goodness, collapses under heavy bombardment, but the robots continue their relentless pursuit. We end up finding our way out. Caleb leads me to a hidden underground warehouse where, to my surprise, an aircraft awaits. He skillfully pilots it and takes us into the clouds despite the intensifying gunfire. I'm wondering what the tragedy is in this myth. I'm wondering, what is Caleb's tragedy? What is he doomed to be? Because the Love and Deep Space love interests all have their own tragic backstories and their own tragedies. And it is a tragedy Olympics with all of them. I need to know more. I want to know so bad. I hope this myth explains his tragedy a little bit better. Or do I have to wait for the next myth? The aircraft slices through the sky and the massive laboratory is already out of sight. Does this mean we've escaped?
Not yet.
Warning. Multiple aircraft detected. Estimated hostile forces exceed 200 units. Immediate action required.
It looks like the government is more interested in capturing you than fighting the rebels.
Welcome in, Darkskill. Meow. I hope you enjoy my gameplay as we play through Cool Boys. They want me as a weapon.
They won't last long without you. But the rebels won't let you go either.
It's the one where it's very popular with the girls, Darkskill. The one with 5 handsome boys. Although I'm here for the story time. Are you scared?
This is our last escape.
How does he know?
We either succeed or die. Being captured isn't an option.
Ooh, okay. The stakes are very high. It's basically your regular gacha for females, though. I think there's something about this game that what's the word? It goes beyond what otome is. It's an otome game. It's an otome gacha game. And what makes this game kind of revolutionary for what it is all the aspects about it. Because I've played a lot of otome games growing up. I played a lot of mobile otome games. And this game stretches all of that together. And it's combat, it's storytelling, it's 3D animations, it's gacha, it's romance. It's not a very typical otome game. This is definitely the first of its kind. And I'm very excited for the future of otome games, if this is what otome games will be like. I can only imagine what otome games will look like in the next 10 years. Because otome games on mobile, they're very visual novel heavy, right? It's very visual novel like. And this game takes it to a whole new level. I will say that. It definitely takes it to a whole new level. I do think I have my own gripes about the game. I think the game could do so much better because they make so much money. This game is a $1 billion game right now. This game has probably made $1 billion in the year-ish that it's been released. This game could be so much more. So I'm really excited. I'm gonna give them more chances in the future, but I can't wait for when other game creators start to make games like this available for mobile, because it looks like Final Fantasy level graphics but on the phone, and it's so beautiful. Not many games have that. A lot of the Chinese games are getting there though. They're trying. But this game just tickles my fancy so much. You should try Pokemon TCG Pocket since it's new. I played it in my last stream. I'm playing it. I played it in my last stream. You can check out the VOD on YouTube if you want to, Dark Skill. The combat is nice too. Yes. The combat is done really, really well. Otome games usually never have that mechanic. No combat is usually in Otome games. It's just straight up a visual novel with like, I don't know, little games. Not full combat like this one. So that's why this game is really cool. Outside the windshield are swarms of aircraft piercing the thick clouds. I stand and walk towards the cabin door. They'll try to shoot us down, protect the aircraft.
You're the one I need to protect.
Before I can react, he's already beside me.
This is our escape. I won't let you fight alone.
Caleb opens the cabin door. A dark, gloomy force spreads from his palm and suspends our aircraft in midair. You're evil.
I'll help you.
I nod and leap out of the cabin. Held aloft by an invisible force, I summon my floating blades. The giant black swords swiftly strike the approaching aircraft one after another. Thick smoke engulfs our vision as enemy aircraft burns and explode. They're like a firework display celebrating our escape. Endless lasers weave a net of destruction, and it's impossible to avoid. Both Caleb and I are stuck. Where are we? Are we still on the same planet? I'm used to plane and we have no other choice this time. There's 2 planets right in our orbit. Or 2 moons, I guess. The last enemy aircraft is sliced in half and it plummets to the ground. Oh, we're on an aircraft. Oh, so we're definitely not on the same planet right now. Possibly. We might be on a separate planet right now. Because either that's a moon and another planet in the distance, or it's 2 moons or something, but we're not in the same area. I look down at the burning wreckage far below, and an exhaustion I've never felt before hits me. The injury-induced dizziness returns. I fall backward, yet I don't plummet from the sky. A pair of hands catches me from behind and my body relaxes. I can trust the person holding me.
Emergency protocol has been deactivated. Switching to autopilot mode.
My mind is still a blur. I groggily open my eyes to see him.
We're leaving the Central District. They shouldn't be able to catch up to us for now.
Resting on the floor of the cockpit, I watch as he kneels before me and examines my injuries.
Your mechanical body is severely damaged. I'll do my best to repair it.
He gently lifts my hand and turns my palm upwards. His other hand aligns perfectly with mine.
I suspect this is your first time being repaired while conscious.
Yes. It is my first time being repaired while conscious.
You might feel some strange sensations, but that's normal.
You're so reliable, Caleb. He really is the reliable older brother figure. Our connected mechanical parts seamlessly shift and form a transfer port that locks our palms together. I'm not sure if I'd imagine it or not, but I feel a cold energy tinged with pain flow into me. Is that his power? I try to pull back my hand, but Caleb gently squeezes it. Our fingers intertwine. Ooh.
Just a few more seconds.
A sharper pain crashes into me, and I feel as if every wound is set aflame. My body burns, and my mind teeters on the edge of chaos. It hurts, Caleb. It hurts so much. He stiffens for a moment, then he carefully moves his other arm to pat my trembling back.
It'll be okay. I was always the one to repair you when you returned from battle.
Seriously? They let him repair us? Is it his power? His current power? Constructio? I instinctively hug him with my free arm. I rest my head on his shoulders as if this gesture would somehow ease the pain. Don't leave me.
I won't. I will never leave you again.
The burning pain inside me gradually subsides. The energy flowing through me changes from freezing cold to warm. It's like I'm returning to a place that feels like home. Interesting. I slowly close my eyes and feel an unprecedented sense of peace in my heart. Deep down, I believe that when I open my eyes again, I won't be alone anymore. Aw, so that means Caleb makes her feel so safe. But I think it has a double meaning, something to do with his power. Caleb gently places the girl in the co-pilot's seat as a desolate landscape appears outside the porthole. Even though the aircraft has left Central District, he doesn't feel relieved. His energy is fading. He could repair her damaged body before, but now he can't even restore her to a stable state despite using all his strength. What? Their powers are bound to the same source, so as one grows stronger, the other becomes weaker. Oh. His decline can only mean one thing. The Destructio energy is getting stronger, coinciding with the escalating strife that continues to engulf this planet. And when this energy grows unchecked, the first thing it destroys is the vessel containing it. Oh my. Let me think about this for a second. It almost reminds me of a protocore itself, right? Being a battery. Huh. I'm gonna ruminate on this. I'm going to ruminate on this. Use visual and auditory stimuli to make AO1 intermittently aware of XO2's existence and observe her reactions. What? They want to know how we react to Caleb. Analyze AO1's emotional state and energy fluctuations to assess the fundamental attractions between the two. Evaluate the stability of AO1's autonomous consciousness and behavioral patterns after becoming aware of XO2. The powers of destruction and construction. I don't know how long I've slept. When I open my eyes, I find myself in a small rocky cave. A small campfire burns at the cave's entrance. A familiar figure is looking into the dancing flames. I step outside to see a vast desert. Caleb hears me and quickly turns around. His holographic visor is gone. I can't help but stare at him. His His movement is so funny. It's reminding me of his actual.
What's wrong? Do you feel unwell?
I've never seen your eyes before.
Do they look weird?
No, they're pretty. I walk up to him, cup his face, and look into his eyes. I don't blink. Oh, he has such a puppy face. Of course. Your eyes, they remind me of a scene.
What kind?
An image surfaces in my mind. A sky floats between night and day from many years ago. The summer sky, just before sunrise.
That's something we saw 10 years ago. How much do you remember?
I do wonder how much we remember. I shake my head. Oh no. Only bits and pieces and your name. He falls silent. Then he pats the spot next to him.
Are you hungry? Let's eat something.
We can eat in this timeline? He gives me a fruit. Its red spines were burned off. It's not a nutrient nugget? Girl, you've been eating nutrient nuggets? His expression becomes one of utter disgust.
We're no longer in the lab, so we're never eating those things again.
Good on you, Gurga. Good on you.
These are red thorn grass fruits. They're rich in protein and nutrients.
I take the warm fruit and bite into it, slightly charred and crispy. It's salty. That's a very interesting fruit to imagine. He closely watches my reaction.
Do you like it?
It's not bad.
Here, try this.
He speaks in a more cheerful tone as he gives me a berry with blue and white stripes.
It's a blue stripe berry, perfect for quenching your thirst.
Oh, I'm dying. I wish they would show pictures of these fruits. I want to see what they look like. I pop it into my mouth. Cool, sweet juice encases my tongue. I feel like I'm reading like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory or something with all these descriptions. For a long time, my taste buds only knew the artificial flavors of nutrient nuggets. But thanks to this single berry, the world beyond the lab has revealed itself to me. It's sweet. So this is what sweetness tastes like.
You like it, right? I'll remember that for later.
You seem to be knowledgeable about these fruits.
I was deployed in a desert once. The environment and vegetation were a lot like this.
A sense of familiarity washes over me. I reach into my pocket and pull out the silver fruit seed I've kept hidden. So we managed to keep it. Okay, that's good. What about this? Do you recognize it? Surprise flashes across Caleb's face and his eyes light up like they've caught the fire's glow.
You kept it this whole time.
We did. Wow.
It's a seed from the silver glow fruit. The fruit itself looks like this.
He has one? He has one? Before I know it, a fruit emitting a soft silvery white glow appears in his palm. He has
Do you
one!
want to know what it tastes like?
Yes. I nod and bite into the fruit. Sweet and sour blends on my tongue. There's also a hint of bitterness. The taste is hard to describe in one word, but I don't hate it.
At long last, I brought you to a place where silver glow fruit grows.
Wow. Sour and sweet with a hint of bitterness. Like a kiwi? That's kind of a kiwi-like. Seeing my confusion, he responds with a relieved smile. Did we make a promise before?
Yes. This was part of it.
Do promises made many years ago still need to be kept? Huh. The answer to that question, MC, I think, is yes. Then you can become the type of person that you imagine yourself to be when you're able to keep the promises that you've had from long ago. You feel better about yourself.
They must.
Oh, Caleb, so sweet. His voice is gentle yet firm, and the moonlight watching over the wasteland casts a soft glow on his face. An emotion wells up inside me. I want to remember the promise we once made. After we finish the fresh fruit, Caleb puts out the fire and moves a spare sleep pod from the aircraft to the cave. The inflatable sleep pod quickly takes shape and he starts to set up another one. Oh, we can share one! Wink, wink. I don't need it. She had the same idea. MC, you had the same idea.
This sleep pod will help your body and mind rest properly.
It's too cramped. I don't like it. Oh. Are you sure, girl? Are you sure, girl? Are you sure? You should have said it's so spacious. You should share one with me. Where's the Riz? I sit down and lean back against the rock wall near the cave entrance.
Are you going to sleep like that all night?
Are you going to sleep like that all night? Really, Caleb? Yes.
If you don't like the sleep pod, use it as a mattress inside the cave at least. Then you can stretch out.
Okay. The cave isn't any better. She's still... Caleb looks at the dark, cramped cave and seemingly comes to a realization. He moves closer to the entrance and sits down next to me. He positions himself as if he were my shield. Oh! How does that... I'm trying to imagine how sitting like that works. He positions himself as if he were my shield. Like a knight sitting at the front door or something.
Right. You know, I also don't like being alone.
It's very windy near the entrance.
That's why this spot is mine.
Oh, he's so nice. Stealing our heart for real. I turn my head and our gazes meet.
In the lab, we were actually separated by one wall.
Really? Only one wall? And it took you 10 years?
In my room.
Huh? And it was a mirror in my room. What do you mean by that?
I didn't realize it was one way until it got destroyed.
Wait, so we could look at Caleb? Oh, I guess that's referencing the experiment. How does MC react to Caleb?
You were in the room next to mine and could always see me, right?
But he couldn't see us? What is this devastation? That's crazy. I nod as I recall that transparent wall. It was like a stage built for an audience of one, me. So we were being a peeping Tom. Not by choice. By other people's choice. Hi, Vita Water. Yes, 5 boyfriends living the life here, right? The sole actor on that stage was a prisoner, the boy in the other room. If guys can have harems, girl can have harems. Confined to experimental pod and welcome in though, Vitawater. Confined to the experimental pod and unable to make a sound, I was forced to watch his loneliness and pain play out. It felt like an experiment.
Were you able to hear me?
All kinds of plants can grow in the desert. There are blue striped berries, red thorn grass, and the silver glow fruit you were curious about as a child. Would you like to go to an amusement park? I used the system to find the dreamiest one in all of Phylos. This amusement park floats in the sky. Even the clouds are pink and purple. I want to take you there. It's like a paradise. You'll like it. I calmly repeat his past monologues. He's slightly stunned. Oh, so we could see him and hear him. And we remember that? But we barely remembered him when we first glanced at him? That's crazy. That's crazy. I heard everything you said in the lab, but only now do I realize you were talking to me. But he didn't know. Oh my god, so when he was talking to himself, he was imagining her. Wow. Does anyone else here do that? Do you guys imagine conversations with someone you love when they're not near you? The wasteland moonlight is reflected in his eyes and his expression seems more animated.
Then you must have heard what I said every night.
Good night, my one and only. Sometimes, occasionally. Oh, you guys. I do it too. I think it's very normal. And I think there's something very pure-hearted to the yearning aspect of human nature. It's probably why we fall in love much more, right? It's all about how the heart yearns.
What about you?
Oh, that's ice cold, MC. MC, that's ice cold. I had no one to say those words to. MC, you could see him in a one-way mirror. I don't know about that. I don't know about all that. I had no one to say those words to. Girl, you were watching him. What do you mean? So I've never said them. He turns to look at me and his gaze becomes serious.
Have you given yourself a name?
Oh? I paused before looking at him. So we name MC in this game. Is he gonna name me my name that I named myself? No one has ever called me by a name. Dude, my name is right there. My name is literally right there. Have you named yourself? I have a slight tangential thinking to this. Besides the fact that like literally my name is right there. I literally named myself. Also, my VTuber name is Chosen. I actually wonder how many VTubers their names were not chosen by themselves, right? You know, in Thai culture, it's very common to be given a nickname that's different from your birth name, right? And sometimes the nickname is chosen by your family. Sometimes the nickname is chosen by your friends. And sometimes the nickname is chosen by yourself. So I wonder. I think that's awesome when it's so interesting the names we would choose to give ourselves as an adult. I like that. I like it. You should ask him if he's literate. He doesn't see the floating screen. This is not... He's not an isekai. He's not isekai into this. I've never really gotten a nickname. Then how did you name yourself Skelpie? How did you guys choose your name? Crocs 11, Vita Water, Skelpie. I wonder if only animals could tell us how they know that we gave them a name. And I wonder what they would name themselves if they could tell us. I wonder if any of the animals ever be like, God damn it, I can't believe you named me Cookie. Like, I'm literally the furthest from Cookie. or what are some of the other common pet names? God, there's this one common pet name. I think that all the vets are like, it means like beauty or something. God, what's the most common pet name out there? Freaking Cookie, Oreo, Bella. Yes, it's Bella. Everybody is every dog and cat is freaking named Bella. I'm dead. I just like the way it sounded. Turns out Vita means life, so now I'm Life Water. Ooh, I love that name. That would be such a nice real life name for a person. Vita, Life Water. That's actually really nice. Crocs was random, but the 11 part was because I like 11 from Stranger Things. Oh, interesting. Do you guys always come up with first and last names to it? If it's Crocs is the first name, 11 is the last name. Is your last name Water? Let's continue. Let's continue.
Now you have someone who will.
Oh my god, so he doesn't name us? Oh my god, we name ourselves. That's cracked. Restless. Call me Restless. Yes, yes. Call me Restless. He lowers his gaze and carefully repeats the name several times. When he looks up again, his features soften.
From now on, we'll hear the words we want to hear.
Aww.
Good night.
I wish they could actually say all the names. That would be really nice. Maybe one day, when the AI gets better, so they can repeat our names. Good night, Caleb. I close my eyes and listen to his steady breathing nearby. I unconsciously rest my head against his shoulder. I slept well that night. No sudden awakenings, no dreams. Oh, wow. So far, the angst hasn't happened yet, so... Oh boy. Oh, another one. Create a simulation of the planetary threats that could arise from the energy fusion between A01 and X02. Research and design preventative measures to stop the energy fusion between A01 and X02. Interesting. Caleb doesn't remember most of the dreams he had in the laboratory except for one. It's a vivid dream that reoccurs frequently. Past an endless tunnel of space and time at the far ends of the universe, a blue planet orbits peacefully. Oh. Huh? Are we not on the main timeline's planet currently? The planet's inhabitants closely resemble the peoples of Phylos, but everything here is full of life. It's in stark contrast to the declining Phylos. The images in the dream are vivid. He seems to know how the people live there and how the scenery flows. More importantly, the planet's energy always feels familiar and nostalgic to Caleb. It carries the unique aura of rebirth. What? Where are we in the timeline? So, okay. for anyone who is not familiar with Love in Deep Space, because it's a sci-fi story and it takes place over a huge expanse of time, and all the 5 love interests are somewhere along the timeline, and in the main timeline, everyone is converging, right? These myths are clues to what is taking place in alternate timelines or in at different points in time for the story. I don't know where we are right now in the timeline, because the current timeline is kind of like modern day. It's like modern. Oh god, I gotta Google the year we are in, but we're probably in like 2048 or something. Or 20. Okay, I'm gonna Google it. I'm not gonna shill something I don't remember. Let me see. Where are we on the timeline? Love in Deep Space. So we're all trying to puzzle everything together. And there's a lot of theories. Let's see. Where are we right now? What year is it? There's a lot of theories online for it. Oh, we're in 2034? Are we actually? Are we in the year 2034? Yeah, okay. So it does take place in the year 2034 right now. For the main timeline. Which is not what the myth is about usually. So he remembers his life on the blue planet. Just like Zane remembers a future. Interesting. Perhaps it's not a dream, but a distant memory. What? We fly our aircraft to get as far away from the central district as possible. But the aircraft was hit with heavy bombardment. It's constantly malfunctioning. Eventually, we're forced to take a risk. We land on the outskirts of a ruined city to look for parts. As we enter the desolate streets, wary and curious eyes follows us.
Linkshire was once as lively as the Central District, and now it's rare to see a new face.
Did they just say Linkshire? That's very similar to Lincoln, which is what the city name that MC, the main timeline MC, is in. Interesting. A black market merchant greets us in an unremarkable corner of an old district. Despite her friendly tone, her sharp, scrutinizing gaze reveals her caution. Especially since we're still clad in combat armor. So this city is in ruins. There's a lot of greenery taken over.
So, where are you two planning to go with these parts?
Before I can respond, a small hand tugs at my finger. A small hand? Oh?
Are you both robots?
Maybe. I look down at the little boy and shake my head.
But you don't look like everyone else.
She's my friend. Have you ever seen robots that have friends?
Caleb! That's not nice. Robots have friends. The little boy shakes his head.
I've always been alone. Is having a friend any different from being alone?
Wow. That's an angsty question. Kid, you went straight for the jugular with that one.
It's different.
True. Caleb glances at me.
Having someone always be there for you, it feels different.
But my grandma is always there for me, too.
The translation is so off because Caleb actually says sister. Wait, really? So Caleb was saying something like, have you ever seen a robot have a sister? Was that the context? By the way, the Chinese version and the English version are different for anyone who's not familiar because of the drama of them being like pseudo siblings would create. So they took that out for the English speaking audience. Wow, that's crazy. Because this kid would be so silly. Of course, robots can have brothers and sisters. Do you call your toaster your sibling? Yes. Are they male or female?
You brat. Sorry about that. This is my grandson, Kolo. He hasn't seen many outsiders, so he's curious.
You're from outside? Which outside?
Dude, that's a great question, Kolo. Which outside as well? I hesitate. I don't know the name of places on Philo aside from the Central District.
The edges of deep space.
Wow, Caleb. Great answer.
The edges of... What's that?
Kid asking the right questions here.
It's the origin of all Philosians. Our ancestral homeland, basically.
What did you just say? Caleb, what did you just say? The origin of all Philosians, our ancestral homeland. We're on the new planet? We're on a new planet. We're not on the original main timeline. Or are we? Okay.
There aren't many deserts between the cities there. People enjoy traveling to see all kinds of landscapes.
Did he just say there's not much distance? That would be a lie, I would bet. His expression is honest, as if he experienced it firsthand. Did he get this from the cognitive domain system?
Do they have these? My grandma worked really hard to get them for me.
The boy pulls out several white paper ornaments from under the table. They're neatly folded.
Paper is rare on Phylos, but on that planet, it's an everyday necessity. Almost every child there learns to fold simple objects.
Origami. His understated tone makes my mind wander.
What else? Tell me more.
Caleb casts a side glance in my direction, then he crouches down to be at eye level with the boy.
I'll tell you in exchange for getting some unfolded paper. How does that sound?
Oh? He knows it's rare, but he's asking for paper? So how do we wipe our butt? With leaves? When we left Linkshire, we took the aircraft parts and the precious white paper I'm holding right now. So you got paper? You've convinced them. Back inside the aircraft, Caleb gets straight to work without even resting for a bit. Oh. Lying on his back under the control panel, he swaps out internal parts.
Regulator.
Oh. I hand it to him, but my gaze keeps drifting to the nearby paper. Wow, that was such that tone. Am I crazy, that tone? Regulator. As if he fully expects me to just hand him the regulator. It's like scissors. water, tea. Wow. Ooh, that kind of rubs me a little.
Are you curious?
Have you visited the edges of deep space?
I'm not sure. I don't remember being there, but these images keep appearing in my mind. They feel like memories from a long time ago.
As he finishes the repairs and pushes himself up, I hold out my hand to him. Oh, where are we touching? He hesitates before letting his cold mechanical's hand grasp mine. I pull him up. I don't have memories like that. He carefully studies my face.
Is that envy I see?
I don't know. But you look happy when you talk about that place. Is it even happier than the dreamiest amusement park on Phylos?
I've never been to either place. But that amusement park isn't far from here.
Oh, date time? Caleb raises his hand and taps the air to bring up a holographic screen behind us. Frosty Klondike, I see these are the games you play, yes! These are the games I play in my own free time. I play the girly games. I really love the story for this game. That's why I play it. Hopefully soon I'll get to play Final Fantasy Remake on stream. I'm very excited to play that as well. I told myself, this year, I'm going to complete one Final Fantasy on stream. I'm going to do it. I'm going to complete it. Because I bought it, and I've sat on it, and I haven't touched it. So I'm going to play it. Story. Quote unquote. Listen, Silas is a good guy. He cares so much. Frosty, do you play? Do you play? Because if you don't play, I think if you don't play Love and Deep Space, I think it's very hard to explain. Because I'm here for the main storyline. I'm not here for the dates so much, even though I love the dating aspect of this game. And they're fun and there's intrigue and there's mystery, but it's the sci-fi drama of this game. That's why I'm here. The angst. With his finger, he draws a simple sketch on the screen. Final Fantasy mentioned, let's go. Yes, I'm so excited. But I can't decide what to play. Should I play Remake? Should I play 10? Should I play the Lightning one? Should I play 15 with the boys? I have like 6 hours on Final Fantasy 15. I really want to complete one. Like the people who play Genshin for the story, no! I swear with my solemn heart, with everything that I have, I play for the story. With all my heart, I swear, I play for the story. Out of all of those, Remake for sure. 9, 10, and 7 Remake are really good. I want to try. I might try and marathon it one day. Right? I think it's possible. If I just stream for a really long time, I could get through 2 or 3 games. One game. I could get through 7 Remake, right, in 3 days. Maybe, or 4, depending on how long I take.
There's a hover train that weaves through the amusement park. It'll pass by the Ferris wheel, the roller coaster.
And the merry-go-round.
You remembered that.
Whoa. I remember everything you've said, including the amusement park's coordinates that you keep repeating. MC remembers that, but barely remembers anything about Caleb. Something not adding up. I read out the numbers I heard Caleb say many times on the holographic screen. My hands stop exactly where his fingers rest on the other side.
Do you really want to go there?
Yes, yes. I love amusement parks. You said it's a place that makes people happy. What? I don't know what happiness is. Is that real? MC, no. His expression falters for a moment. In that fleeting second, I can't discern the emotion in his eyes. Oh, this story makes me sick. Because that means the only time Caleb has experienced happiness is when he's with us. And we're telling him we've never experienced happiness before. We don't know what happiness is. Oh, I'm going to puke. Of sadness. Caleb places his hand on the holographic screen and makes it disappear. My hand touches his palm.
I'll take you to any place you want to visit.
All Final Fantasy games are romance games, if you really think about it. Yes, it is. That's so true. That is very true. It's not just romantic romance. It's also like platonic, a love for others, a love for the world, a love for the universe. It's a tale about love. I love that. Bromance. Yes, that's right, Lilypad. A bromance in Final Fantasy 15. It really is about love and sacrifice. It goes beyond, I think, just regular romance. And that's what I think Love in Deep Space does too. Contrary to the marketing, of course. And all these boys really love MC. But they also, it's like a self-sacrificing for all of them. They're sacrificing because they want MC to be happy. And that tears me up inside. Nothing soothes the soul as much as a road trip with the boys. I agree. Ignis and his driving skills, though. Forget about whoever Noctis was supposed to marry. What's her name again? I don't even remember because it wasn't that important. Me and the boys, for real. I look up at him. Whoa. Did you just friend zone, Caleb? Excuse me. Because you're my friend. So in the CN version, do we say, is it because you're my brother? He seems slightly taken aback. Then a gentle smile appears on his face.
Yeah. It's because I'm your friend.
Wow. Yes, she's saying because you're my bro. Bro got friend zoned and bro zoned. This is why I love the story for Caleb, actually. It's because it's so hard for him to make the leap between, or there's a boundary that's hard for them to cross. There's tension between them that I really like. Yeah, it's because you're my bro. Right? That's why you care about me. Not because you want more. I like it. I like that. I like how twisted that could be. Okay, I just noted the heart monitor. Yeah, I think it's broken right now because it should be way higher than this. Okay, yeah, sure, buddy. I play for the story. Yes. Seriously. Well, actually, to me, in my mind, like I said, I compare Love in Deep Space to like a drama, a sci-fi drama, like a sci-fi epic drama. And it's like an interactive drama in my head. It's like Final Fantasy in that sense. You play for the cutscenes in the movie and you want to progress. There's something, it's very similar, but the mechanics are a little different. Okay, but why do you have the heart rate? I just thought I would monitor my heart rate. I like monitoring my heart rate just to see. Although it is broken, like I said. It should be fluctuating way more, but it's stuck at 70. That means it's not working. Final Fantasy, but all the dudes are into you. Yes, that's so true. It's Final Fantasy, but all the dudes... That's exactly right. It's literally Final Fantasy, but everyone is into you. Maybe I'll understand what happiness is when we arrive at the amusement park. There's something about what she said that bugs me. And that face of his in this image, even though... Imagine the girl you're in love with tells you, I wonder if I'll know what happiness is when we go to the amusement park. And I think his heart must have been like sunk because I'm sure he wants to hear like, I feel happy when I'm with you kind of feeling. Oh no. Caleb accessed the aircraft's control and we take to the skies once more. We're no longer running away. We now have a destination. Cool. Next chapter, chapter 5. Oh, another one. Reconstruct the energy transmission network with an AO1 to enhance the test subject's absorption and release capabilities. Reinforce AO1's powered exoskeleton and insert environmental adaptation modules to improve the subject's adaptability and stability in various environments. Interesting. Caleb often woke up in the middle of the night when he was still in the laboratory, and there would be a severe ache in his chest. At first he thought he was sick, but he soon realized the pain had nothing to do with his physical health. It felt like someone deeply connected to him was suffering, and he felt her pain through an invisible bond. Caleb knew she endured the wounds and the mental erosion and the torturous modifications because they're from the same source. She had to bear this inhuman pain because of the destructio energy she was born with. He wished he bore all that pain in her stead. This thought became a thorn in his heart that only grew inward. No, that's so...
Approaching designated coordinates. Entering landing mode. Please ensure your safety.
That's some poetry, though. He grew a thorn in his heart that only grew inward. That's crazy. The aircraft has reached its destination, but the dreamy amusement park is nowhere to be seen. The remnants of a hover train lie scattered on the ground as if to prove this wasn't just our imagination. The amusement park did exist at one point, but now its only rotting remains stand before us. The romance game be hitting me in the feels too right now. Yeah. You have to see some of the other ones. I think there's really a lot of heartbreak there. Unfortunately, you kind of have to interact with all the story to really start to understand the level of sacrifice each love interest made for MC. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I was drawn to Final Fantasy VII. There's so much to glean from, and I've rewatched it so often. I haven't played through it. I've watched a lot of the playthroughs. I'll watch it over and over and over again. And you always learn something new each time, every time you rewatch it. About Aerith's actions, or Tifa's, or Cloud's, or Barrett's. So there's something in every corner when you look. So I like that. I like that. I like stories that make me think. Lost in thought, I stare at the wreckage.
This planet is big. There must be other amusement parks still present.
So we're on a ruined planet right now. That won't be necessary. What? Are you giving up? I turn around and calmly look at Caleb. It's okay to not know what happiness feels like. Girl, that's copium. That's copium. I've matured just fine. No! Now you're making me sad. I start walking towards the aircraft, but he grabs my wrist.
Let me show you a magic trick.
Ooh, okay. He releases my wrist and deftly unfolds and refolds the white paper he got from the boy. Before long, he places a delicate white paper crane in my hand.
Let's see how far it can fly.
Oh, although I'm confused, I play along. I know what's going to happen next. The small paper crane glides from my fingertips. It flies into the distance, and my gaze follows it across the desolate ruins. It circles back towards me, but just as I reach out to catch it, it levitates before my eyes. Did you use your evil? As soon as the words leave my mouth, I realize I'm floating. I look down and see Caleb walking through the air. He's headed in my direction.
The hover train is gone, but there's always another way to reach the sky.
During the previous battle with our pursuer's aircraft, I hadn't paid attention to the sensation of floating. But now that I'm suspended in the air, I feel like I lost my balance. He steadies me, and the familiar pull of gravity returns.
For my next trick, I'll turn this place into an amusement park just for us.
Oh my god. That's so sweet. The paper crane levitates and leads the way. Caleb holds my hand and guides me through the night sky. From above, the amusement park no longer looks like a bunch of ruins. The Ferris wheel, roller coaster, and merry-go-round, they stand like frozen relics of a bygone era. The winds and clouds are woven to form a vessel beneath us, and I turn to look at him. He's beside me. So, I'm a sucker for science fiction. And it's because I know I won't be alive long enough to see what the future has to hold. And, you know, the power of human imagination to write stories in all different ways about what a future for humanity might look like. It's why I'm drawn to science fiction so much. I grew up reading the genre, and it's maybe without even realizing it, I developed something very existential. It was my way of coping with the possibility that I won't be around to exist for that. And I love that I can imagine along with the author what could happen to these people in these stories. And so I think that's why I really love Love in Deep Space. It's a way for me to exist in a future somewhere and experience it somehow. I wish we could exist for a much longer time than we do. So it's cool that they managed to like weave a story like this. Can you just imagine in a future for people far ahead where they actually get to see the ruins of an amusement park? That's crazy. And I'm sure it's going to happen someday as long as people still exist. I mean, we already have abandoned amusement parks, abandoned malls, abandoned areas of bygone eras that haven't changed. I just wonder what's that like 500 years from now, or 1,000 years from now, or 10,000 years from now. Suzume, I know, Suzume. I love that movie. Caleb.
What is it?
This feeling I've never felt before. Is it happiness?
If you like this feeling, then yes, it's happiness.
Oh. Wow. That's so... If you like this feeling, then yes, it's happiness. I never thought about it like that before. Oh, this game. Oh, this game. This game is very comforting for a lot of different reasons. I never thought about it like that. If you like this feeling, it's happiness. That's so simple. I love it though. It's really nice. After thinking for a moment, I gently pull him closer. He leans down. I see my lips curve into a smile in his eyes. We smile? I like this feeling. So I'm happy right now? That's crazy. Caleb stares at me as if bewitched. It's like he's seeing something completely new. Did I say something wrong?
Not at all. It's because...
He gently touches the corner of my mouth with his index finger.
this is the first time I've seen you smile.
Oh my god. So he's happy. I also touched the corners of my mouth. It curved upward because I'm happy? Wow.
It's not just that. This also changed.
His fingers moved from my cheek to the corner of my eye. Caleb, your eyes and mouth also changed. I touched the corners of his eyes and lips.
Yes. Now we can see our happiness reflected in each other's faces.
I don't know if I want to say this line. MC is a little dense, but that's okay. But I still don't know what makes you happy. I don't know, MC. It's pretty obvious. He smiles when he looks at you.
You.
Of course. He softly says that single word. The evening breeze tussles his hair and the distant stars are reflected in his gaze. Just as I've come to understand happiness, I also understand what it means to have someone who's always been there for me. Memories of Caleb flash through my mind. Walking in midair, paper crane, the wind blocked at the cave entrance, silver glow fruits, campfires under the night sky. A familiar yet unsettling feeling sweeps over me, and my consciousness begins to blur. It's just like those moments before my memories were erased.
Pipsqueak?
What is happening? I lower my head through this haze. The crystal embedded in my powered exoskeleton gives off a faint blood red glow in the darkness. Oh no, something's wrong. My mind's spinning into chaos's embrace. Even breathing feels painful. Oh! I think I get it. They're trying, whatever is part of her exoskeleton is trying to control how she feels, so she doesn't feel things, because it probably affects her. There's something to the mystery. Okay. As I collapse into the arms of the person beside me, a sharp sound charges towards us. A golden beam pierces the darkness and grazes my powered exoskeleton.
It's a surveillance drone. Get behind me.
Okay. Countless pairs of golden eyes suddenly light up the night sky. They're like a pride of lions surrounding their prey. More golden beams are woven to create an intricate net. They're trying to trap Caleb and me. I try to summon my floating blade to counterattack, but my fading consciousness prevents me from using my evil. Behind me, a golden beam strikes. As it pierces my chest, I lose my balance and fall. Caleb catches me. Focus. He uses his evol to lift the passenger railroad car into the air. It serves as a makeshift shield. He carries me into the floating passenger railroad car while lasers relentlessly attack its exterior. I can hear the muffled explosions. Oh no, my senses are about to disappear. Even the pain in my chest feels like a distant, phantasmal sensation.
Listen, I know your mind is in disarray.
I'm fine. You need to go. I try to push him away, but he pulls me back into his arms using an even greater force. He leans down to my ear, his calm voice is steadfast.
You must remember what I'm about to tell you. Don't go back to the aircraft. It's most likely being monitored.
Okay.
Return to Lingshire and take shelter in an abandoned house.
Okay. I can't leave you. The passenger railroad car buckles inward under ruthless gunfire. The increasing number of strikes is a warning. They won't hold on for much longer. Caleb presses his hand against the back of my head. Our foreheads touch. There is no fear in his eyes, only a burning light belonging to someone who's ready to face death.
You won't be taken back there, and you won't die. This is our last escape, I promise.
His other hand grasps mine and the transfer ports in our palms connect. A flood of energy surges into me. It's not the cold, soothing kind I knew before. Caleb, it hurts. The energy burns like a raging wildfire. It consumes every fiber of my being as if to hollow me out.
Don't be afraid. This won't take long.
A shrill ringing noise echoes in my mind as an unfamiliar energy takes over my body. It drains whatever remains of my energy. I struggle to break free, but his arms hold me tightly.
Forgive me. This is the only way.
That's what I thought. I suddenly realize he's exchanging his energy with mine. Yeah, things did go from 0 to 100 real quick. No, Caleb, you can't bear it.
But I'm willing to do it.
He pulls me closer, our heated breaths mingle as our bodies seem to merge.
I will give you my fate, and your fate will become mine.
The energy courses through my very being to claim every part of me. In a matter of seconds, my body accepts this new presence as if welcoming back something it had lost. A dull ache throbbed in my heart as I desperately fight to stay conscious. Why? He responds with a small smile and his warm lips brush against my eyelids.
Because I'm your friend. A close friend is willing to do this. To die for you.
In this close moment, I see his farewell in that smile. It feels like our final goodbye. My lips move, but the words I want to say won't come out. Caleb. As my world slips into darkness, I see Caleb turn and walk out of the passenger railroad car. He levitates in the air as massive black swords materialize behind him. The floating blades forged from my energy now serve as his weapon. He took our power. A massive swarm of drones surged towards him to attack the newly reborn combat android. He raises both hands, gravity is warped, and the black hole that manifests shreds the machine into pieces. Caleb turns his head to take one last look at the passenger railroad car, then he leaps into the sea of metal. Whoa. So he switches our faith. What does he mean by that? Were we meant to die and he was meant to live? Or what else was there for this one? I wake up in the wreckage of the hover train's passenger railroad car. All the surveillance drones have vanished into the night sky. They took Caleb with them. The sky floats between night and day as another summer sunrise looms. The amusement park has returned to being ruins. I'm alone once more. The space around me feels like a laboratory, boundless yet still a prison. Caleb's energy is warm and calm, like lake water under the summer sun. It carries the essence of life and hope itself. Warm and calm. He took on all the pain and darkness so I'd be left with this pure hope. If I were to ask him why, he'd probably smile and give me that answer. It's because I'm your friend. My heart feels the pull of a familiar force. I know Caleb is alive. He's just outside my reach. Instead of hiding in an abandoned house like he told me, I searched the ruins of the amusement park without rest. The pull my heart feels grows weaker. I don't know what's happening to Caleb. What if the connection breaks before I find him? I force myself to move faster. I need to cover more ground. Caleb, wherever you are, please hear me, sense me, wait for me. I will find you, I'll wake you up, and make you hear me say your name again. I lost count of how many days and nights I've traveled. I don't know how far I've gone. The ruins of a city rise in the distance. It looks like the outskirts of Lingshire. Light fades from the weathered buildings as another night approaches. A feeling swells in my heart. Caleb is nearby. Climbing over the rubble of a building, I see the setting sun casting light on the lonely wreckage of an aircraft. My heart races as an invisible force pulls me. The person I've been trying to find is close. I move to the other side of the abandoned aircraft. Oh, he's alive! Caleb leans against it. His eyes are closed and the cockpit's cables are connected to his back. The aircraft's energy isn't enough to repair his system. The scene mirrors the moment he found me in the laboratory. It's as if our fates have been switched. Keeping my emotions in check, I approach him one step at a time. A cutscene! His breathing is heavy. Let's see. I think I can press it. Oh, the exoskeleton button? Oh. Huh? Oh.
Target acquired. A01. Activating elimination protocol.
Oh, he's kind of acting like us.
Error detected. Execute A01. Execute. No. Command. Rejected.
Have you returned to me?
Are you hurt?
Oh, he remembers. He powered through it. Wow. Did he manage to finish off the surveillance drones? Wrong combo. The puppy eyes! I know! He's so good at the puppy eyes. And he's so good at looking like he's so lost without you. I support Caleb as we quietly head back to Linkshire in case the drones are still patrolling the city's outskirts. His system has sustained heavy damage. We need to quickly find a safe place for repairs. The black market merchant who sold us aircraft parts kindly let us use her old house for now. Although it's worn from age, the room is tidy. The vintage floor-to-ceiling windows take up an entire wall, so this place is flooded with light. Caleb, utterly exhausted, collapses onto the bed. I gently touch his eyelids and feel a trace of warmth beneath my fingertips. Suddenly his eyelashes flutter. I'm so jealous of those eyelashes.
Don't worry. I'm fully conscious.
He takes my hand and turns it over. The various cuts and scrapes I collected from those days of looking for him in the ruins are revealed. His grip loosens as if he's afraid to cause even the slightest discomfort.
Were you uncomfortable these past few days?
Well, yeah. We didn't know how he was doing. We could feel his pulse going down. Without saying a word, I press my palm against his. He understands and tries to pull away.
My system is fine.
I wonder what makes it dangerous to interact with him now that he took the power and switched it with us. I pin his hand down to the mattress. I sit on the edge of the bed and look down at him.
Your hands.
My pain receptors have been modified. But you're not like me. I force his palm to align perfectly with mine, and my powered exoskeleton shifts as our transfer ports connect. Energy flows into his body. His wounds seemingly burn as they heal. What?
Let go of...
Oh no. I use more of my strength to stop him from moving. His face slightly pales from the pain. This is how you repaired me before. I'm just returning the favor.
Don't waste your energy on me.
The energy transfer suddenly stops. I stare at my palm, shocked beyond belief. Caleb's system isn't fully repaired, but my energy is already drained. Unease creeps into my mind. Ooh. Our energy levels are mismatched. You knew? If our energy levels are mismatched, I'm drained, but he needs more power. Oh. I get it. The only way for him to be fully powered is if he were to consume me right now. Because of the power he took from me. Okay. He turns his head away to avoid my gaze.
I'll recover. I just need more time.
I grab his shoulders and make him face me. Our gazes meet. You lied to me.
Yes, I did. How are you going to punish me? I'll accept whatever it is you plan to do.
My fingers trail from his shoulders to his collarbone and move towards the center of his neck. Your punishment. Promise me that you'll never leave me again. Ooh. Now that's tough, I think. Ever. MC's request put him between a rock and a hard place.
What if I break it?
My fingers stop just above the crystals on his throat. All it would take is one push to transform him into something else. Whoa, what? Wait a second. Would that reset his memory? I know your weakness. If you break it, I'll make you my prisoner. MC, no, that's twisted. What would his weakness be? I mean, we are his weakness. Is it forgetting everything? No, maybe not that. He hesitates before taking my hand. He sits up.
Where will you imprison me?
I will shackle you to a place only we know about. Crocs11, I have to go now. See you later, comment. Bye, Crocs! Thanks so much for stopping by. Hope you have a good one. Thanks for sticking with me so long.
Are you talking about that planet at the edges of deep space?
You told me the people there call their living quarters a home.
Yeah.
I And you said going home was a normal occurrence there.
Yes. Normal, but important.
Can we have a home if I take you there? Oh. They'll never get to home. I see. Oh,
Why do you
man.
want to go to that place with me?
Again, another one. Because you're my friend. You just had to stab him straight in the heart with that line, MC. I don't know about that one, Chief. The light from the window reaches his eyes and makes him shine like a nebula. Can I call you that?
Of course.
Do we call Caleb our home? I move closer and wrap my arms around him. His presence surrounds me. For a moment, the cold metal of his powered exoskeleton feels seemingly warm. Caleb.
I'm here.
I rest my head on his shoulders. Now I understand what it means to have a friend. He wraps his arms around me. His embrace is ever so gentle, as if he's afraid his powered exoskeleton might hurt me.
What does a friend mean to you?
That's a very layered question. Considering you're MC's only friend in this universe right now. Probably means everything. Oh, there's choices. There's someone who'd do anything for me? There's someone I can't live without. Whoa. All right. I wouldn't answer the top one myself personally. A friend is not someone who would do anything for me. But a friend is someone I can't live without. But I'm so curious, if I said the first question, if I answered with the first one, what would he say? Well, let's go with the second one. There's someone I can't live without. He slightly leans back and leaves just enough space between us. Hesitation flickers in his eyes. You picked the second one? Of course. Because if we picked the first one, for him, that is love. That is him declaring his love, essentially. But with complete disregard for what we want. Of course. He'd be like, of course, I'm someone who would do anything for you. But that's not what MC really wants. The true answer is the second one. I can't be mean to him because he's so sad. I know, this is so sad. This is making me depressed. The second answer is probably the truest to what MC wants. Whereas the first one is where his heart is at. Is that not true? I thought so. The first one is where his heart is at.
You'll be older one day.
Ooh, Caleb, you did not just give me the "you'll be older one day, so you'll understand what I mean." Is that what he's implying right here? And you won't be my friend anymore when that happens?
When you leave the lab, you can live your own life.
I caress his cheek. Then let me be the only one in your life. He pauses before turning his head. His warm lips brush my fingertips. And his voice is as soft as a whisper. Oh, so he grabbed our hand.
That's not the answer I expected.
Oh, I thought so. I knew it. Of course. His mission was to do anything for MC. But that's not what she really wanted.
But I like it.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I sit up straight and extend my right pinky finger to Caleb. Are we making a promise? Back then, you taught me about promises.
So you remember.
All of our memories are tied to the name Caleb. His eyes sparkle as he extends his pinky finger. Let's leave Phylos and travel to a planet at the far edges of deep space. Oh no.
Okay.
This makes me really sad. Because this voice actor is so good. Because that okay felt so layered. It's filled with hope, but it's also filled with sadness. I think because he knows he won't make it. But he wants to. Our pinky fingers both encased in armor, hooked together just like back then. It was summer at that time, and now it's currently summer. This season has finally become an inseparable part of my life. Oh no, this makes me so sad. 3 more chapters. I don't know if I can handle all of this. Install and activate quantum interference modules for AO1 and XO2 to ensure stable operation. Set the following trigger conditions. Initiate quantum interference when XO2's and AO1's energies fluctuations maintain synchronization for an extended period of time. What? They installed a quantum interference inside our exoskeletons? Oh, interesting. To maintain the resonance, I guess. For those on the run, a destination is like a beacon, a spiritual anchor guiding every step of the way. Sorry. For those on the run, a destination is like a beacon, a spiritual anchor guiding every step of the way. To reach our homeland at the edges of deep space, we still have much to prepare. Lingshire was once a bustling hub of aerospace innovation, but now it's nothing but ruins with abandoned equipment. We found a small spacecraft in an old warehouse on the outskirts. It's a modified, and given enough fuel, it can fly again. We exchanged the aircrafts we used to get here for the parts we needed with the black market merchant Helen. I loved that though, the first line. The one before. The one where they say, a destination is a beacon. I really feel like humanity needs destinations in that way, beacons. Something to look forward to. It's very hopeful. Caleb and I ventured into the city's desolate outskirts to hunt wanderers for their protocores. Those will serve as a source of energy for our spacecrafts. As the days passed, our dreams of departure felt closer than ever before. After working very hard, we finally filled our pouch with protocores. It's currently midnight. But instead of heading back with our loot, Caleb and I are captivated by the scenery before us. A nameless lake sits on the far reaches of Linkshire's outskirts. The humid night air clings to our skin, and the calm lake mirrors the brilliant moonlight in the sky.
I saw this before in the lab's system logs. Philosians missed the moonlight of their homeland, so they built an artificial satellite to mimic it.
We sit by the lake. I touch the water, and the cool ripples curl around my fingers. They soothe the heat coming off from me. We really are on a different
planet.
planet.
When we finally see the moonlight in our homeland, we'll remember this night.
We really are on a different planet. It's so far away.
Yes. Anything could happen. We might not even make it.
I place my hand deeper into the water and watch the ripples spread out. It doesn't matter so long as we're together. Caleb looks at me, then he tilts his head towards the sky.
No matter what happens, we'll always have the memory of tonight to hold close to our hearts.
Ooh, that foreshadowing. No matter what happens. He raises his hand and a tiny spinning black hole forms. He can make a tiny black hole. The small ripples on the lake's surface gradually turn into waves. They're drawn upward by an invisible force. The water hovers above the lake. It forms a massive transparent sphere that sparkles with reflected moonlight.
On that planet, they have something called a crystal ball. They're often given as gifts.
A crystal ball? Are they also made out of the water? No, girl. No.
No. The ones there are smaller. Sometimes they have tiny items inside them to create scenes.
He's talking about a snow globe. He stands and holds out his hands to me.
This one only belongs to us.
This reminds me of when I was young. I tried to make my own snow globes. I wasn't the best at them, but it just reminded me of that memory. I don't know. That's so funny. Having floated before, I've gotten used to the feeling of my feet leaving the ground. Caleb pulls me effortlessly into the sphere. The transparent water around us shimmers with iridescence under the silver moonlight.
Hold on tight.
He guides my hand to rest behind his waist and wraps one arm around my shoulder. Our crystalline bubbles begin to float even higher. Caleb, is this another one of your magic tricks?
A magician relies on illusions. But I want to make all your wishes come true.
Prismatic lights dance around us, refracting and reflecting endlessly. They make me feel like I'm inside a crystal ball. Yet his eyes shine as pure and bright as tonight's moonlight. All my wishes will come true?
Yes. All of them.
I hold him even tighter. The wish I have right now has already been fulfilled. That's really sweet. The night is still and all I can hear are our footsteps in the empty city.
Why are you staring at the ground? Are you exhausted?
Listen, our footsteps. They sound like they're going home.
You already think of it as your home, huh?
I watch our steps fall in and out of sync. I mean, us walking together is what feels like home. Oh. He slows his pace until we're walking side by side.
I'll remember the rhythm then. So from now on, we'll walk home like this, together.
Oh my god! I feel like he's playing another magic trick on me with his serious tone and how he says the word home. My heart is racing as if I'm engrossed in an enchanting performance.
Now you're the one who's slowing down. What's wrong?
He places his hand on my shoulders to steady me. Then he leans down and looks at my face.
Tired?
No. His compassionate gaze is so close, not wanting him to notice my quickened heartbeat. I only nod. Oh, we're falling for him.
We've been out for a while.
He suddenly stops, turns around, and crouches down in front of me.
Hop on. I'll carry you home.
I don't move, instead opting to stare at him.
It'll be faster this way.
He wants to piggyback carry us?
Don't you want to go home soon?
Aren't we a weapon of mass destruction? Still feeling lightheaded, I climb onto his back. He lifts me with ease and walks forward.
If you're tired, close your eyes. You'll wake up at home.
He really is Big Brother coded. I lean my head against his shoulder and let myself relax. Caleb,
What is it?
I like it when you say home.
Then I'll say it every day. Let's go home.
I no longer care if he notices my racing heart, because I can feel his heart too, as my chest is pressed against his back. Like mine, it's beating just as quickly. Our hearts are perfectly in sync. The rhythm is exciting and comforting. Good night, Caleb.
Good night.
Content, I close my eyes and fail to notice the faint blood-red glow from the crystal embedded in his powered exoskeleton. You just had to throw a wrench into that scene by the foreshadowing. What do you mean, a faint blood-red glow? You did not just do that to me. The interference control module via feedback signals will adjust the patterns of entangled particles to generate specific quantum states. These will target the neural networks of AO1 and XO2 to disrupt their consciousness. Monitor and document the destructive effects and quantum decoherence when the energy fluctuations of AO1 and XO2 converge. Whoa, okay. All right. Shortly after exchanging energy with the girl and waking up, Caleb had an ominous premonition. The color change in his powered exoskeleton crystal and the brief haze clouding his mind made him remember the ruins of the amusement park. The girl underwent the same process, the crystal discoloration and the mental fog. Those symptoms had been transferred to him. After their failed escape as children, the two had undergone many modifications. Maybe this was a failsafe, a mechanism the laboratory had implanted to prevent another attempt. But what was the trigger? When he carried the girl back to the old house on his back that night, he finally realized the answer. The trigger was each other. More specifically, it was their feelings. I thought so. The closer they became and the more they interacted, the faster their consciousness degraded. They were programmed to be the other's poison. This naturally formed bond was destructive, a catalyst designed to make them forget and hurt each other. No! Despite this newfound knowledge, he savored the sweet poison. Oh my god, why? So he knew they were bad for each other. All he wanted was to stand by her side and board the spacecraft destined to reach the far edges of deep space before the mechanism overwhelmed him. I appreciate the VA so much more. The war between the government and the rebels had reached a precarious stalemate. The central district has been reduced to a rubble. The flames of conflict spread to every part of the planet. Lingshire was no exception. Outside the window, an ominous red glow lit up the night sky and was accompanied by faint, distant explosions.
It's me.
Helen rushes in with her grandson Kolo. Both are disheveled from their journey, and her usually calm demeanor can't mask her fear.
The rebels are already at the city outskirts. It's sooner than I expected. We'll be boarding a large evacuation ship. You two should come with us. It's safer if we stick together.
If they find us, everyone on board will die. Caleb and I exchange a glance. We know that we are thinking the same thing.
Thank you, but our fuel is ready. We'll be leaving soon.
But your ship is a private spacecraft. It has never traveled that far. What if...
Do you really have to go? Where are you going?
Caleb pats the boy's head.
We're going to a place where the seasons change. We'll see life grow, a summer sunrise, and real moonlight.
Does this world have such a place?
Well, kid. At the edges of deep space, there is. Caleb shows a slight smile as he glances at the boy. He turns to look at me.
If this world doesn't have it, then we'll find one that does.
Okay. Helen signs and hands a metal box to Caleb. Yoshi, an OG for real.
Take this. It's the best warp drive I could get. And this is the communication key for our ship. Just in case. So long as you're within range, we can send a rescue shuttle.
After Helen nods, Kolo places a small communicator in my hand. Thank you.
You need to go to that world you're looking for.
I hope so.
Take care, children.
Oh, shh. Okay. We watch the massive spacecraft disappear into the sky. The flames of strife enter the heart of the city. Scared and dilapidated, Lingshire marches towards his funeral. Outside the floor-to-ceiling window, buildings stand against the blinding flames. Thick smoke fills the air, yet the city remains strangely silent. We have to leave immediately. Caleb goes to the warehouse to replace the spacecraft's engine. Okay. I stay behind to gather emergency supplies. We'll meet up after I'm done. I rush to the warehouse with everything I can carry, yet I see Caleb standing outside the spacecraft with his back to me. Oh no. I have nutrient nuggets, supplement concentrates, and...
X-02. Command confirmed.
Oh! Oh no, he's having his memories wiped again. The crystal embedded in him emits a faint blood red glow. I realized this happened to me when we were in the ruins of the amusement park. Caleb? I take a step and grab his arm, but when he turns around, his face is expressionless. It befits something that could be called the ultimate perfect weapon.
Carrying out orders. No. I'm not X-02. I'm Caleb.
Fight it! Fight it! His unfocused eyes slowly regain clarity. The red glow from his powered exoskeleton fades. His body sways and I quickly steady him. Are your memories being erased? Is it because we exchanged energies?
Let's get out of here first. Once we're safe, I'll explain everything to you.
Oh my god. Alright. Outside the spacecraft's viewpoint, Lingshire, consumed by warfare, shrinks into a speck of light in the distance. As the spacecraft ascends, the entire planet seemingly spirals into an inferno. I pilot the ship, but my heart races as if feeling someone else's pain.
We have interference modules inside of us. When triggered, the one with the destructive energy will experience a degradation of their consciousness until they lose it completely. Then they must wait to be reactivated.
Hi, Christian. I'm very good. I hope you're enjoying yourself. Thanks for stopping by. I'm very tense right now because I know the angst is coming. It's clear what those people feared, weapons with a will of their own. Suppressing the bitterness in my chest, I force myself to stay calm. If we leave Phylos, the module won't be activated. He lowers his gaze to avoid looking me in the eye. That's when the truth hits me. Am I the trigger?
Whenever our energy synchronizes, it activates the interference module.
That's our tragedy in this life. We can never be together because it causes us pain. Oh. My body trembles with a soft smile appears on his face.
It's not your fault. They knew I couldn't stop myself from wanting to synchronize with you.
The Callan experiments has dulled my anger and pain, yet they surge once more as they're reborn from my flesh. All of them deserve to die. But who are they? The researchers who modified us? The rulers who crave our power? The creators who gave us this energy? Or is it fate itself that's binding us in each other's shadows? The creators who gave us this energy. Before me in this boundless universe, yet my hatred can only merge with its unfathomable darkness. This story is kind of crazy. Yeah, it really is. It's a drama. I'm telling you, sci-fi drama. It's not the romance. Although it's a heavy part of it. This should have been my burden. If Caleb didn't exchange his energy with mine, he wouldn't need to suffer. I mean, that's the tragedy. This life will never be successful because of what they did to us. I grasped Caleb's hand and tried to connect to the port in his palm. Suddenly, something warm and sticky. I slowly turn over my hand. Dark red blood has mixed with golden fluid in my palm. It flows down my wrist. He's bleeding?
I'm sorry.
Caleb's smile softens as he opens his wounded palm. His transfer port has been completely destroyed.
We won't be exchanging energy anymore. But at least, I got you onto this ship before I was taken away.
Caleb, you didn't. I think he did that on purpose. He knew.
I promised this would be our last escape. And I meant it.
Oh my god. You knew. His grin sends waves of fear through me. I grab his arm. Caleb, don't you dare leave me. Girl, he knew all along. He knew he wouldn't make it. We promised to reach the far reaches of deep space together.
Warning. Internal energy fluctuations are intensifying. Hull integrity at risk. Immediate action required.
The floating blades. I can't control them for much longer.
Even if you lose consciousness, it doesn't matter. I'll always be the one to wake you up.
Warning. Spacecraft is under heavy bombardment. Shield integrity at 70%. A massive fleet is approaching. Contact will occur in approximately 25 seconds. Please execute tactical evasive maneuvers.
This is perfect. Your fate is now mine. This is the last thing I can do for you.
He didn't care what we wanted. He cared that we lived. I don't like that. I don't like that, Caleb, for you in this story. Because we asked him to be with us forever. Alright. He releases my hand, stands up, and leaves the cockpit. I try to follow him, but gravity pins me in place. Is he dying? He's quickly escalating towards his demise, yes. He is. Because we traded our he traded his powers with ours, which affected us. So he is in self-destruct, probably. A transparent door separates us. It's just like the barrier in the laboratory. But he won't be waiting for me on the other side this time. That's very chilling. Caleb, no! Don't leave me, Caleb. Caleb stops in his tracks. He turns his head ever so slightly.
I'm sorry. I failed you as a friend. Our promise to reach the edges of deep space together. I broke it.
I can only see one of his eyes. Within it lies a gentle resolve that destroys my heart.
But the promise we had since we were born, I kept that one.
What? The promise that we had since we were born? Does he mean the one where he promises he'll show us new ways?
Our bodies minds, and spirits are from the same source. Even if it all fades away, my soul will always resonate with yours. Because
His lips continue to move, but no sound comes out. This is Caleb's final goodbye. You did not. He said, Goga. We're on the last chapter. All right. I'm ready to be heartbroken. Caleb had a secret he never told anyone about. It was born the moment he became aware of her existence in the laboratory. He didn't know if it was related to their shared origins, her being the center of his world, or the fact that she was her soul. Yet in the end, none of it mattered. Every reason began and ended with her. Oh my god. Every reason began and ended with her. The secret was a seed buried in his heart, and over the years, it grew into winding vines that formed an invisible net. It bound him and made him want to bind her just as tightly. At the beginning and the end of those vines was a single thorn, one that grew inward. His love for her pierced his heart. Their shared connection meant his soul was always destined to recognize her. His soul resonated with hers again and again because he loved her. The deafening echo of that love had traversed the sealed laboratory, the war-torn planet, and the inevitable end. Now it would finally fade into silence.
Independent combat unit detected. Multiple enemy vessels have been eliminated. The number of the fleet's pursuers has been significantly reduced. Warning. Combat unit's vital signs are fluctuating. Severe wounds are likely. Warning. Combat unit is in freefall. Immediate action required.
The AI's system's voice reverberates throughout the spacecraft. With gravity restored in the cockpit, I open the transparent door. Outside the viewport, debris from destroyed ships fly through the void like meteors. And there he is, the one I can't bear to lose. He's falling towards a final goodbye. Caleb, what makes you think my life would mean anything without you? I don't want to live in a world without you, not even for a moment. There's a third option that isn't one person escaping or getting dragged back to the lab. And maybe that's the ending I want. She's doing it! She's doing it, guys! If you're gonna go, let's go together. Oh my god. I touched the silver seed I always carry. Oh, thank you for the follow, Christian Canto! I touch the silver seed I always carry, open the emergency hatch, and leap into the void. Oh shit. And leap into the void. Controlling my powered exoskeleton, I drift through space. In the distance, ships explode in silence. Their remains streak across this emptiness. The receiver built into my ears picks up a sound. The piercing screech almost makes me think it's an auditory hallucination. Isn't this Caleb's receiver? My intuition makes me look down. That figure in black is quickly falling. As I hear his faint breathing through the receiver, I push my powered exoskeleton engines to its limits and fly towards him. Oh, it's a cutscene! Where are you going? Is he even able to hear us like this?
You. How?
Come on. Why did you toss us away?
You must turn back.
Oh my god. His own power is consuming him. Wait, his body has crystals forming on it.
You should visit any place you want. This path will only lead to destruction. We're from the same source. Then it's a promise. In life and in death. We will never be apart.
That's it? Oh my god. Oh my god. We're still alive? I feel like I woke up from a long, endless dream. In that dream, countless nebula were set, aflamed in the fathomless depths of space. They collapsed and a black hole formed at its center. There was an explosion. New stars were born. Then I heard a faint voice telling me a story about another world. In the chaos, it was the only thing I could understand. And that voice kept saying the same words. Go home. Let's go home. Construo and Destructio are two forces that drive the evolution of civilization. Those intertwined forces are interlocked in a perpetual cycle. Phylos' empire rose from the advent of technology, which granted immortality, yet beneath its glory were the seeds of destruction that had long since been sown. Immortality meant the end of progress. Their decay began the moment it was achieved. Immortality could not sustain an immortal civilization. As destruction pushed this world towards its final moments, flames of hope were ignited somewhere in the universe. It is a testament to the endless cycle of rebirth. From the fall of the Philosian civilization, the final chapter. That was crazy! Oh my god, a crazy end. Oh my god. Oh shit, and then it decided to unplug itself. Fated duo. A childhood promise hidden with a tiny fruit seed, a secret of summer days, planted and wait for that summer to sweep across the barren plains. Oh my god, I need a minute. I need a minute to process. Let me see what you guys wrote, because I was totally engrossed. Oh my god, I was so engrossed. Okay, You can call me Kanto. Okay, it's no worries. I don't mind calling either, honestly. Is that what could have been done from the start? Why is he diving towards his death? And it's not the ending you expected. I think I have quite a bit to say, right? I'm just thinking about it right now. Because for him, keeping the promise from a long time ago was more important than what MC wanted in the moment. And they decided to explode into obliterin together. Right? She doesn't want to exist in a world without him. I wonder if that's their story always for his myth or his background, that repeated tragedy, that he's always going to take her place. It is so good. It was so good. Here's something that blew people's minds. What blew people's minds? So, the same image of them blowing up was the same image used for the main story when Caleb and MC went to see a star die. Wait, that would blow my mind too. Because if we're watching the star blow up a dying planet, that's crazy, because that means it happened in the past, because we see light much later than when it actually happened. So did he dream of a future? Or did he dream of the past? Or did he dream of an alternative timeline? That would be so crazy. That's wild. So for those who are unaware, in the main timeline that we follow, the main character, she goes with him to watch a star die. They're watching a star die and be reborn, actually, in another part of that universe. And they watch it because it's one of the most it's like one of the craziest things to happen, and everybody's like excited to see it. Oh my god. That's why I think the sci-fi aspect to Love in Deep Space goes crazy. It actually goes crazy. Because everything, you cannot really tell the timeline because everything is happening at once. It's literally the box theory of the universe. It's literally the box theory of the universe happening in action. That's what I actually think is happening, to be honest with you. So I actually wanted to talk about the box theory of the universe, or block universe theory. It's when, and I'm reading it off of Google right now, because I don't think I could explain it as well on my own. But it's basically an idea that the universe is this 4-dimensional block that contains all events of space-time, meaning that the past, the present, and future exist simultaneously. And because we are 3D objects, we are 3D beings, third dimension beings, we can only experience time in one way. We can't experience everything simultaneously. So I think it's a very interesting way of viewing the storyline and the time periods that are happening right now. And that I love this part is that, like, it points that everything that's happened is equally as real, right? Because MC is in love with everybody, but this game is not necessarily a game perpetuating a harem, even though it presents itself as a harem. It's not, because we're all in love with each of them, and they each have their own story in that period of time that is existing and they love each other in that period. It's just interesting because in this current period, all of them are here with us. So I wonder what's going to happen next. There's a lot of problems, though. There's a lot of problems with, I think, with the block theory. And I think if you've watched the story or read the story in this game, everyone is trying to escape fate. They're trying to do something that escapes the fate of what happens to the main character and them. Everyone wants to change the story. And in my favorite character's story, he's a time traveler, and he keeps reliving events. Essentially, that's what's implied, is that he keeps reliving the events, and no matter what he does, the same things always occur. He can't change it, but he keeps trying. He wants to change fate, and that's what all of the love interests are trying to do. They're all trying to change fate for MC and them. And I think that's so lovely, that no matter how hard, you can't really, it's a testament to human spirit. And I think it's so sweet that we can think about love in this way. It reminds me of that quote that I heard and has been floating around online. If love could keep you alive, you'd live forever. And I think that's what this game kind of gives me, that feeling. It gives me that feeling that's what all of them are trying to do. I love this game so much. I love this game so much. I hope it changes your mind about the game being only a Gooter game. I hope that changes your mind about this game. I think there's so much more, and I think there's a huge problem that makes it very heartbreaking for this game, is that it is not a free-to-play game, and it's not a one-time payment game. So in order to keep uncovering the mysteries, you have to spend money on this game. And that really, really sucks. But it is a way to continue making the game, so I don't know. Really sucks. If you play this game as a free-to-play or low spender, it's really hard. So you have to be immersed in the story through other means, like watching it on YouTube and stuff like that. But it's not the same. The experience is not the same. Maybe in 15 years or 20 years, this game might stop existing. And if it stops existing, I hope they find a way to upload everything so that we can experience it all together in one neat package and binge it all. I wonder, this game gives me Final Fantasy feelings, right? But Final Fantasy, the mechanic is kind of different, where each game is its own story. But every game after continues in its own universe, right? And I feel like that for this game kind of gives me similar vibes. I can't wait for the next rendition of a game like Love in Deep Space. What's in store? Who can top it? Are they... I wonder if we're in a parallel timeline. This version of them is just a parallel version of them. I love it. I love it. I love this game. I love this game so much. I was hoping I wouldn't take all 3 hours on this game, honestly. But I took all 3 hours. I thought I'd have enough time to maybe play one more card, but I don't think so. I think I'm wiped for the day. I haven't even been doing my dailies for getting the for getting their affinity up. Affinity in the game just raises their, not their affection per se, it gets you special things in the game. Although if you do raise their affinity, you do get special animations. But they love you from level 0 to level whatever they intend it to be. I haven't played a lot of the newest branches. I'm very behind. Is there a new world underneath story? Oh my god, there is. I have to start reading them. I have to read the newest chapters of it. You finished all their branches today? Oh my god, how? Is that what you were grinding on? Oh my goodness, I gotta start going through it. Xavier has an interesting branch. I'm sure he does. I need to finish Zane's branch. It reveals a lot of his backstory. Ooh, I'll have to do a playthrough of that one. I might not do it on stream again, but I might record it in my off time when I get a chance. But I'm glad I got to play through this. I don't know if everyone would be interested in another playthrough. I think that's the problem. Because Love and Deep Space has such a weird reputation, right? I think it's like girls love it, of course. I'm glad to see your reaction. Yeah, thank you for sticking through. Oh my god. Oh my god, you stuck through for all 3 hours of such slow reading through it. Hello, YouTube recommended your Gunpla video. Oh, hello, welcome in, R.S. Niblets. I never knew love was really deep space. It was really deep. Welcome in, R. Thank you for stopping by. I just finished the Caleb myth. It was really, honestly, this myth was really deep. I really liked it. I have so many. It was a good time. It was such a good time. I'm glad I played through it. I gotta finish some of the other myths, actually. I still have to finish Silas's dragon myth on stream. That was my intention for the longest time. I do want to get more Gunpla, by the way. But for a future. That would be for a future when I have more coin in my pocket. You haven't finished Silas's dragon myth? Yes, we have to. We have to start going through more of the story. I have a lot of cards I haven't played through. A lot. Well, I played... Okay, I won't lie. I played a lot of Caleb's cards. I haven't played all of Silas's cards. I haven't played a single Raphael card. And I've played only 1 or 2 of Zane's cards. And even Xavier, I'm behind. I think there's at least 5 or 6 cards I haven't gotten a chance to like go through yet. I need to go through the branches. I knew it. I haven't gone through all. I need 5. Good night. Okay, good night, Lily. Good night. Thanks for sticking it out with me. Okay, guys. I think I'm gonna call it a day for today. I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to the myths. I can't wait until I turn it into a video. But I'm glad that you managed to find me from YouTube. If you guys are finding me from YouTube, that makes me really happy. It means my efforts at least have amounted to something. But yeah, I think on Wednesday I'll be hanging out with one of my besties, Amy and Kaisuke. And I think we're gonna raid today. Let's do a raid. Let's do a raid. Who should I raid today? Let's see. Let's raid my friend who I will... Should we raid Kaisuke? We could raid Kaisuke. But I'm always in Kaisuke's chat. Who do I raid? Who do I raid? Who do I raid? Well, let's just raid Kaisuke. Since it'll be easy to raid Kaisuke. So guys, if you haven't already, you can join my Discord, but here's the raid message. Oh, that raid message is broken. Never mind. Just do Restless raid with her boys from Deep Space. Okay, that will be my thumbs up. Let me post it. If you guys are able to join me for the raid, please do. Just copy and paste the Restless raid with her boys from Deep Space. But yeah, I will be raiding Kaisuke. I hope you enjoy his stream. I think he'll be playing Monster Hunter Wilds. Let's go, guys. Bye, guys. I'll see you next time. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye.